Guys, I'm here in Brookhaven, but for those who don't know, I basically make these drawings in Brookhaven, but I do it without permission. In other words, I find a wall and make these drawings just to make players really mad and then see their reaction. So, for that, I'm going to call my friend to help me do this. For those who don't know, he lives exactly in this house. Guys, I want him to help me with these missions that are really hard here in Roblox. He just arrived downstairs to help me with this, and he said, come on, we have to spray more walls. So he's helping me with all of this. Guys, he's simply very important for the missions I'm doing. Then he got his car, which, by the way, is a pretty interesting car and simply a very important one. But guys, he has to be careful because now there are several police officers in the city and maybe they'll notice what's going on. But guys, he arrived right here and now I'm going to start making my drawings, but he will have to stand guard to prevent the police from noticing what's happening. I said, stand guard and let me know if they come. Seriously, he'll have to warn me, which will be very important, but apparently he understood that and now he's going ahead to keep an eye out to see if the police are coming here. Guys, this is going to be very important, but the police are simply working here. Actually, this police officer looks kind of weird because apparently he's feeling sick. Okay, this is kind of strange. I don't know what's happening to him. But guys, I'm going to start making my drawings here. So I'm preparing exactly now, and I'm going to start making my drawings, okay? I'm starting the graffiti, and guys, this is going to look perfect. Guys, I just finished my graffiti. My friend is looking at it, and he said, great, do more. They haven't noticed yet. Okay, I'll do more. Guys, now he went back there, so I'm going to start making more graffiti, but this time it's going to be a different one. I'm starting to do the graffiti right around this part. Guys, this one is going to be much more interesting because it's basically going to be a very different drawing. So, I'm doing the graffiti here. Perfect. I just finished it, and you can see that it looks really cool. It's simply perfect. Guys, I want my friend to see this. He said, come on, let's run. Guys, it looks like the police officer is coming. This is horrible. He's coming right in front because apparently he received a report about us here in Roblox. Okay, let's get out of here. I'll drive myself because I drive better than my friend. He got inside, but now I have to get out of here fast. I'm just getting out in front. But guys, that police officer is coming after me, but he just passed right by. Guys, this cop is not very smart. Now I just came back here. I doubt he will notice that I'm here, especially since he came exactly from that part. And guys, he doesn't know where I am. He simply thinks I'm in that house. But actually, I'm not in that house. I don't even know who lives there. But now I'm coming out in front to continue my drawings. Guys, my next drawing is going to be right here, just to make them really mad. I'm going to do it exactly in this spot. My friend will have to keep an eye out so the police don't come here. He said, don't do it. They'll notice and we'll get arrested. No, actually, they won't notice because the police officers are busy here, just working. But guys, I'm doing this just to make them really mad. Now the police officer came back to the front. He just arrived here. And guys, he's parking right in this spot. He's going to leave his car more or less here and didn't even notice that we are right behind him. Guys, he just came back. But what he didn't realize is that we are right here, simply making the drawing. Okay, this time it's going to be a different drawing. So I'm preparing the paint here to make sure everything works perfectly. But guys, my friend disappeared. Okay, I'm going to start making my drawing. Guys, I'm making my drawing right here so that everything works perfectly. Now I'm going to add red as well because the color red is going to be very important. So I'm putting it right here. This is going to be the most important drawing of all. But where is my friend? After a long time, he finally came back. I don't know what happened. He just disappeared out of nowhere. I said, what happened? Because I really don't know. He said, I don't know either. Okay, guys, if he doesn't know what happened, this is kind of weird, but I'm finishing the drawing here, and now it looks exactly like this. Guys, the drawing turned out really nice. This is the best drawing of all, and my friend is looking at it. Look, this drawing turned out really good. I'm sure he's impressed. He said, the drawing is really good. Congrats. Wow, thank you so much. Of course, I'm really happy that he likes the drawings because they take a lot of work, but now I'm finally leaving here. They didn't even notice it was me. They are literally just working. But then the police officer said, wait, if they came from back there, does that mean they sprayed graffiti on the building? Yes, that's exactly what happened. Guys, the player finally realized what happened. I'm sure that as soon as they see this, they're going to be really mad. So much so that the police officer is going out there to check if it's actually true. Both of them are coming back here. And guys, they just realized that it really is true. I ended up drawing this graffiti on the wall in Roblox. I'm sure they are very mad. This one is definitely very mad because of his face. But the other police officer is looking here, and apparently they are making a plan to arrest me here in Roblox. Guys, it's better to go back home because it's no longer safe here in Brookhaven. So, I just got back exactly here. And look, go back to your house because for now, I'm going to hide in Roblox. I said, I'm back. I'm going to hide. Okay, seriously, I have to hide because one of us is going to get arrested, and I don't want my friend to go to jail because all he has to do is say that his car was stolen, and the police officers will believe him. Now he is going upstairs. He is just watching TV exactly in his Roblox house. But now I have to hide in my house to really avoid problems. I want to make the best drawings of all, but to do that, it's going to be really difficult. I'm drawing here, but guys, there's a weird sound happening. So, I'm coming to the front of my house to see what's going on, and apparently, there's a player right here. I don't really know why he came here. He said, hey, you're the one who does graffiti. I want you to mess up someone's house for me. Okay, so, I can do that, but first, he has to tell me the reason and also how much he's going to pay me here in Roblox, because depending on that, I might actually do it. I said, how much do you pay? And also, why do you want this? I need to know these things before I do what he wants, whether I like it or not. This is a very important job, and I need this information. He said, I'll pay 1,000. Okay, that's actually a lot. He convinced me to do what he wants in Roblox, but now I want him to tell me why he wants this because I have no idea. I said, and why do you want this? Because guys, I'm starting to think this is a trap. He said, I'm his enemy. I'll pick you up at night to do this graffiti. Okay, this is really weird, guys. This is too good to be true. Even I, who am a bit clueless, am starting to realize that this is very strange. My friend is watching this. Literally, he's up there looking at what's happening. He said, not there. Guys, apparently, I'm supposed to refuse this offer. I said, okay, I'll do it. Seriously, I'll do exactly what he asked because it's going to be very important. But now he just left. Literally, he's going back. And guys, this is the most suspicious player I've ever seen in my life because he's really weird. Just super weird. But now my friend is coming from the front to talk to me here in Roblox because apparently he has something to say. He said, don't do it. It's a trap, dude. But I already know it's a trap. And since I know it's a trap, I'm not falling for it at all. I can very well say that I'll go, but I just won't show up. I said, I'm not going. Relax. I only accepted to make him mad. Seriously, that's the only reason I accepted, just to make him really mad. But guys, my friend is coming back here. He's going over there to check out my drawings. But now I'm going to lock my house just to avoid any problems. But guys, he started making some drawings. He finished his drawing, and it turned out really good. Guys, my friend is really good at drawing, but unfortunately, I'm not very good at it. In fact, I only do graffiti because when it comes to drawing on paper, I'm really bad. I said, how did you do that? Because this drawing looks amazing. He said, you just have to hit the notebook. Look at this. Guys, I'm watching him, and apparently, he's hitting the notebook and making some really cool drawings. Now he made this drawing, and it's actually pretty interesting, but he literally did it by hitting the notebook, which is a bit weird. But now it's starting to get dark, which means I have an appointment here in Roblox. I said, come on, we have to destroy a house, but he didn't tell me which house, and that might be a big problem. He said, don't go, you're going to get arrested. Look, I won't, because I'm really good at this. But guys, I'm opening this window. Actually, I'm coming inside, and now I can finally open this window. Perfect. Now I can get inside like this. This is really interesting, so much so that my friend just showed up here, and now I'm going to grab my car. I'm sure my friend didn't even know I had a car. He said, you have a car, and you never told me? Well, I never mentioned it because he never asked. But now I'm heading out because I have to find out where this player is. I literally have no idea where he is. Guys, but I believe this is him. It really is him standing right here. But guys, I want to see what his request is this time. He said, up there's a house. Destroy everything. It's the blue house. Okay, guys, I'll do it. But now he got into my car. But before that, I have to check if it's safe over there because I'm not sure. So, I just arrived, and apparently, it's safe. I just have to destroy this house with graffiti, and it should work. Everything here should work perfectly. He said, where's the other police officer? One of his cars disappeared. One of the police cars just vanished, which is really weird, and I don't really know what happened. But guys, I'm standing right here, just looking at this building, and apparently, there's no one inside, which is pretty strange. No one lives here, especially since there's nothing here that indicates someone used to live here. The TV is off, and there are no different pieces of furniture. It's like they got this house just to trap me here in Roblox. But guys, look, he came right here, and he's aiming this item. Guys, this is terrible. I can't get out of here because they are aiming this item, which is really important, and because of that, I can't leave. But my friend ran away. He literally disappeared in Roblox. Now one of the police officers is coming to arrest my friend in Roblox, but it's already too late because he's running away. He's simply escaping. Guys, he's getting out in a really smart way because the police officer will have a hard time catching him in Roblox. I really hope my friend manages to escape because I couldn't do it. Now he's coming up front, but the police officer is also coming, and this is a huge problem, but he just passed by. But my friend climbed up and is now safe. Meanwhile, here I am, getting arrested, all because that player lied to me. This player back here lied the whole time. I said, you lied, you traitor. Guys, the player back here is a traitor who made me lose everything. He said, I didn't know they were here. I swear, man, he knew. This whole thing was planned just to trap me here in Roblox. I can only get out of here if he lowers this item in Roblox. But look, that police officer just arrived. Apparently, he couldn't catch my friend, but now he's staring at him. The police officer said he escaped. Where's his house? Check the system. Guys, apparently, the police officer will have to look up my friend's house in the system. He's checking now, and I'm going to take this chance to run up front and escape in Roblox. But this rich player needs to get out of here, literally right now. I said, get out of the car and never talk to me again. Seriously, he needs to do this urgently because I don't trust this player anymore. He said, I'm not leaving. You're getting arrested today. Guys, he really is a traitor. But now the police officer is coming right up front, which is a huge problem. He's coming after me. But guys, I left a long time ago. Now I'm heading to the front, but I need to abandon this Roblox car somewhere interesting. But the police car is flying. But guys, they are coming exactly here. Apparently, they know my location. They came right here. Guys, I need to get out of here immediately. I just discovered something really bad. The player who's with me basically has a tracker, which is really bad. Guys, this player behind me has a tracker, which means the police will always know exactly where I'm going. And guys, this is really bad. I'm getting out of here. So, I need to find a way to escape from the police and also get away from this player behind me. He said, you'll never escape because I will never get out of your car. Look, but I don't need him to get out of my car. In fact, I'm just going to leave him right here. I'm heading over to this taxi. I said, run! Seriously, he's going to have to get out of here and run immediately in Roblox. He's coming up front, and guys, I'm 100% safe here in Roblox because the police officer hasn't noticed that I'm here literally. He just saved me in Roblox, but accidentally, he flipped his car. I don't know how he did that, but now I barely managed to get out of here in Roblox. Guys, he got out too. I don't know how he did it. He said, this isn't the first time, you know? This car just keeps flipping over. But guys, this is really bad because the police are coming. I said, if the police ask, say I went to the lake. Seriously, he has to say that because it's going to be really important important since they are trying to figure out where I am. Now the player is right there, and he's going to have to explain to the police what happened, that I simply disappeared in Roblox. But apparently, the player is doing just fine. I'm going to give him the money, but apparently he doesn't want it. He said, I didn't do my job, so I don't want my money. Well, that's okay. Guys, I'm going to run out of here. I need to find a way to hide in Roblox. I'm looking around, and there's this house, but I need to go back to my house, except my house isn't completely safe, so I'm heading to a friend's house. I'm pressing this button to see if he comes downstairs and helps me because that's going to be really important. Perfect. He came down right here, and guys, this is my friend. I'm sure he's going to help me, so much so that he opened the door. He said, hide here. There's a room under the pool. Guys, I don't know what he's talking about, but this pool doesn't look like it has a room underneath. But now he went down there. He's heading to that spot, and guys, he entered a really weird place. So, I'm going down as well to see if it's actually true. And guys, there's a completely secret room here that I literally never saw before. He said, it's to hide from the police. Okay, that's really different. I had no idea he had a room here just to hide from the police. That's a really weird thing to do. But now the police officer is coming to the front, and guys, he wants to find out exactly where I went. He even came to talk to the taxi driver, and the driver is just staring at him. He said, I'll tell you where he went. He went in that direction. Guys, he's looking exactly over there. He just showed the police officer where I went in Roblox. This is really bad. He literally lied to me, saying he was going to help me. I even asked him to lie, but he didn't, which is really sad. The police officer is coming up front, and he also flipped his car. Guys, this is so weird. Someone flipped their car, and even the taxi driver said, first time, huh? Guys, this is really strange, but my friend shouldn't leave here because the police officers could show up at any moment. Basically, they are coming here, and guys, they arrived exactly at this house, which is actually my house. Guys, this is really bad, but the other one is going to my friend's house to check inside. Guys, but this house has no people. Basically, there's no one inside, which means he came here for nothing. But guys, I'm going to take this opportunity to do some graffiti. Since I have nothing else to do, I'm going to make graffiti because that's going to be really important. So, I started doing the graffiti, and it turned out exactly like this. This actually looks really cool. Even my friend is looking at it, and apparently, he thinks it looks cool too. But now the police officer is leaving because he didn't find anything in Roblox. I'm sure he's really mad. Now the other police officer just came back, and I'm sure they are really angry because they don't know where I am. But now they are heading back, and one of them is going over there to get his car. And guys, something tells me they are going to sleep because it's nighttime in the game, and maybe now they are heading to sleep. He said, good night, tomorrow we arrest them. Guys, they really think they're going to arrest us, but that's not how it works. Both of them are coming up front, and one of the players is heading back to his house. The other one is going back to the other house. He's heading exactly over there. Guys, I have an idea. I'm going to get out of here and simply draw on their house. So for that, I'm heading back there, but my friend is going to have to help me do this. Alright, I'm going to hand him this item that he picked up right here. I said, help me do the graffiti. Guys, I'm about to start making the most important graffiti of all. My friend is also helping me do this here in Roblox. So, we're drawing together, and this is how it turned out. Guys, this looks really good, but now let's make another drawing. Okay, he's going to do something different, and I already know exactly what he's going to draw. Guys, so, I'm going to help him perfect. I'm drawing along with him, and now we finished this one. Alright, I think there's room for one more. I grabbed this paint, my friend grabbed that one, and he already knows what drawing I'm going to make. Perfect. I finished it, and it turned out really good. But now I went back to avoid being seen here in Roblox, especially since his garage is full of graffiti. I'm sure he's going to be really mad. He just came outside and realized what happened to his house. I'm sure he's not happy at all about this. You can tell that he's actually really angry. And guys, if you want to add me here in Roblox, just click the join button, and I'll add you here in Roblox.